Libra, it is time. A little check-in the next week, right? Yeah, it's 12:12. I was about to start, and then I realized I left a light on, and I came back, it was 12:12. So that's really great. And it's funny because the Virgo reading started at 11:11. Now 12:12. Love that. Love that. So Libra, what's going on with Libra? Weird, the Virgo card just came up. That's funny if some of you are dealing with a Virgo, but we'll talk about its meaning. I've been trying to keep the Thoth portion shorter so I could do a little bit longer with the Halloween cards because of the last zodiac readings we did. They were not too in-depth. Also, I am running a contest. It was supposed to end on the 16th, but no one's got it right so far, so you can go check out the synchronicity surprise video and enter a very simple, easy contest for a fun, awesome prize. Right? Okay, so I think I'm going to call it. Feels good. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Discs. Top of the deck, Queen of Discs. Oh, I love that for you, Libra. Look at you go. You and your man or your woman. Just rocking it, killing it. Earth energy, but yes, it's okay. So the money is looking great, kind of thing. Really stable. I was moving this, but I feel like it's almost damn near tradition for me to smoke during my Libra readings. Cheers. This one is for that king and queen. I'm sensing like a ring too. Congratulations on the ring if you are engaged or anything. Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, so moving on. This is work, life, money, and shit. Okay, we got Cain. Cain. Hasn't come up in a while. Little birdie. Let's see what that is. And now, special messages. For Libra, from anywhere, from anyone. The Witch! Oh my god, everyone is getting this card! There is so much going on in like 3D, 5D, I mean. I like always cover my mouth, but I was talking, I didn't have time, it was bad. Thank you. Okay, so everybody's getting the Witch this week. It's crazy. Not everyone, but like a lot. I don't even remember, there was so many. It is the earthly weaver of the world, so I kind of give it a little nod to the earth element of that card, of the witch, the green thumb, if you will. Especially with this Queen of Discs here. Alright, so it's really going to be getting grounded, getting into that earth energy, okay? Maybe an earth sign in your life, whatever it is. Alright. Lots of earth energy up front. And then the bird is like, I guess, air for you, right? So a little earth sandwich. Like that. Okay, so anything else real quick or we will come back to it? We'll have to come back to it. I feel like there's going to be some good messages for Libra. That's interesting. I'm curious to see how that's going to go. Okay. Okay. We'll see, Libra. It's not dark, but it's not light either. A witch's brew! I'm kidding, it's water. Okay, so Queen of Discs, sitting in your element, okay? It could even be a partner if you are dealing with an earth sign, or if, even if it's a water sign. I think the discs part is that you have a very stable connection. You might both be quite well off, okay? But the reason I would say partner is mostly just because air is one of the masculine elements, and so you would be more representative of the knight, and a partner would be more representative of the queen. However, if you are the female, they're the male, and the elements don't match up to the masculine and the feminine, then assume either or for your gender, okay? But yeah, it's really more about the elements. Fire and air are masculine, water and earth are feminine. So just keep that in mind, because the overall message is the Knight of Cups, or I mean the Knight of Discs, right? The breadwinner, the one who brings home the bacon, the masculine. And then up front, it's almost like behind the scenes and up front of house, back of house, right? Up here, Queen of Discs, the one who's looking over her land because she's grounded, stable, rooted, taking care of the homestead even, but still has her own, right? She's seated at the throne looking outward, but next to her is her disc. So it's locked in. She's like, oh yeah, I got them in mine. This is ours, right? So real good both ways. Can just you decide which is which. Could both be you, I guess, if you're just really feeling in your element. But I'm definitely sensing that some strong partnerships, being on the same page. Okay, so we do have some face down cards. The face up cards look really good, right? But it's really going to come down to what's face down, what you're not looking at, what you're not addressing, what you're not seeing, what needs to come to surface. Okay, that's going to make or break the situation truly. But first we have the Magician. Could be an air energy. I don't know where people get that from. It's not one of the zodiacs, but some people just associate the Magician with like Gemini and air and stuff like that. But the Magician really is manifestation. So you've got this shit on lock. The relationships on lock, the money on lock, the home on lock, whatever it is. So what's your next move? All right, that's where you really got to make up your mind and really have a clear vision. And you may have a plan, but it might be time to reevaluate that plan and maybe get a little more, not necessarily realistic, but maybe more specific, maybe more steps if you're not getting it. Okay. Strong partnership, maybe even strong finances, probably stable living. Okay. What else are you envisioning? You have to reevaluate that. You don't want to change it. We don't need anything to change right now because it's looking good, other than your vision and how you see the future and the direction you're going in. That's what needs the evaluation. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so once you do, right? Because just because you're in something stable, it's not like a 10 of discs up here, which is what we're all really kind of trying to achieve. 10 of cups, 10 of discs, whatever it is, you know. Satiety and wealth, having it all and then some, times 10. Okay, we want those 10s. But the Knight and the Queen, yeah, they're handling shit for sure. But once you really are like, all right, this is what I want to happen next, okay, and not like a 5-year plan, like a 6-month plan. What's next? The next week plan. What's next? Every step of the way, really envisioning it, practicing it every day. Things will probably, it looks like it'll turn in your favor. And you're already pretty much up at this point. So it can only really go up from here even. Sometimes the Wheel of Fortune can turn out of your favor, but with these upcoming cards, there's no way it's going in your favor. But you're going to have to reevaluate. If you want it to happen, it's not necessarily a compromise, it's a realization, right? 4 of discs power, settled in. Again, with solid, stable, lots of earth energy. I love that. If you're dealing with an earth sign, A1 premium. Okay, that's looking amazing. This double disc thing. Whew, I love that for you. Okay, if you're dealing with an earth sign, looking solid. All right, that's great. But you're also in your element. Okay, and maybe even their element, but. When you have this 4 of discs, it's like you got the reins on shit, and it's really, you're holding it down because these things hold you down, and it's a very symbiotic synergy, if you will. And then we got the 9 of Cups, happiness for real. Okay, so it could be that you're dealing with a water sign. That's also looking good. If you're dealing with a water sign, hell yeah, them. Especially because Earth and water being the feminine, I see how much they're doing right now. And, you know, coming up discs with cups too. Looking good for you. Looking real good for you. Okay? Okay? Even if you do have an air sign, air and air, that was how it all started, was looking pretty good there. So kind of seems like no matter who you're with, I'm not seeing literally any fire energy in this. Could be some face down, but you know, maybe no one watching is dealing with a fire sign, right? And this isn't necessarily romantic relationships, and it doesn't necessarily have to be anyone specific, but I don't know, there's a very strong partnership dynamic. Okay, could even be in business though, where it's like, oh yeah, you two are on the same page. This is about to be a very fruitful, this is going to be a good decision. You know, getting your business plan together is the vision. Okay, could be as simple as that. Doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship, but it is a very strong connection, most likely a masculine and a feminine. So either the opposite elements or opposite genders, you know what I'm saying? Just yeah. Whereas fire is the other masculine sign. So air and, you know, they'd be two knights. So I'm just saying, anyone else? Yes. If you're dealing with a fire sign, then it's probably not about your relationship. Consider that. It would be more about business and shit, and like where you have your investments. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Nine of Cups, happiness, doing well. I love that. Okay, and then the Hermit, which Virgo. So shout out again to the Earth signs if you have an Earth sign, especially a Virgo. All right, very good. Yes. Just like really sealing that Earth energy in here, but also the Hermit, knowing you can do it on your own, right? Knowing you don't even need the partner if you don't want them. You have it all within you. Okay, but partner, especially Virgo or Earth sign, looking really good. Then we have a face down card, and we have the Fool. So the Fool, open arms, open minds, open roads, open wide, right? You're like on the way. Convenient doors, a speedway waiting at every corner on this journey. Okay, love their hot dogs, barbecue sauce, pickles, and nacho cheese. That's my speedway hot dog order. Pretty much don't eat any other hot dogs. It's been a long time because of COVID, but anyway, it's a journey. Okay, face down with it. Ooh, 7 of discs, failure. All right, so that's really funny. We had all these really positive Earth cards, right? It's very unfortunate to see, because I'm not necessarily gathering that it would be something going down with the Earth sign, but let's take this Hermit card, for example, as singlehood, trying to do it on your own, thinking that you got it without them. All right, let's ignore the Earth part for right now. As you continue down that journey, you realize it's going to be a hell of a lot harder financially without that partner. You maybe didn't realize, if you try to cut off your sources of help, if you decide to back out and think you can run this business on your own, if you take on more than you can chew, boom, ouch. Yeah, ouch. So however you took this, whatever this was about for you, yikes. This is going to be a tough journey, and things are going to happen along the way. Okay. I don't know what it's about. It's not really saying much, but it, you know, those are two pretty extreme cards to get with each other. But it is 7, isn't Libra season start in the 7th month? Or I'm so dumb. No, God, it's like the 9th, isn't it? Then October's 10. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah, no, 7 of discs isn't looking too good financially. So it's funny too, because in that last minute, I was like, it could be about a business or something, but you might want to almost go against what you're thinking for that. Where, yes, I don't know. That's the thing. Okay, maybe I don't want to like play a guessing game here. All right, I don't. I'm gonna look at these cards, and I'm gonna try to help interpret this more. But something on this journey that you're about to go on is, oopsies, not working out. It's strange, because what is it? It was all so good. We were moving in the right direction. That's why I don't really know what to tell you. I don't know what this drastic change in the plan or the energy or the finances is really. So what's this really about? 9 of Wands, strength. Okay, so emotionally being very strong, maybe being somewhat guarded, but knowing that there is an attack on the castle and you have to stay guarded, kind of thing. Three discs works. Again, very balanced. Could be a family dynamic, though. If we are talking about a partnership, could be introducing like a child or something. It could also be having to take on a third source of income because of this, right? Where maybe you already have two things, but you need that third thing. Or the two of you have separate incomes and you need to make an investment together, right? Especially if we are talking from a business angle, the Hermit would be going off on your own, and then the Journey with the Seven of Discs being failure would be like, that's not the right move. But rather, yes, both of you investing into one thing to create a stable thing, having separate hustles really, but one business. Okay, so I'm getting kind of that sense too. Five of Discs worry. It's really, really weird. Okay, so maybe if you are thinking about having a child, it financially might not be a good time. Okay, if that's what you're trying to do, if you're trying to introduce a third person into your family, it's not a good time. The near future might be a little unpredictable when it comes to your finances. So I would hold off on any child rearing right now for you. If it's already too late, then you need to start, and you're already pregnant or something, you need to start now. You need to start saving now. You need to start working now. You need to start making the money now, because at least if you prepare this and you get this triad happening, right? Financially speaking, going back to like having the third income, you might avoid the Seven of Discs and prepare yourself to have a Five of Discs, which is still not a good place to be. Sure is a lot better than this. This is like bankruptcy. This is like getting by, right? So it's going to take a lot of thinking, a lot of feeling this out and taking it as it comes. It's going to be pretty difficult, very, very randomly. It's like you make the slightest little mistake or the slightest little decision that alters everything right now, and it just sends you on this whole different path, kind of. Six of Swords. Love that we are ending on this note, because not only is it swords for air, but it's also putting it all together, making it work. Truly going right along with the works card. Science. Okay, so it's tried and true. You've done the process, the experiments, you're going to make it work, whatever it is. Okay, you see it working out in the end. This is definitely your energy. You might be dealing with an air sign, sure, but you are the air sign. Okay, so you'll make it work. It sounds tricky. It sounds like you're not really going to expect this, but at the same time, it's like you did this to yourself. Or you did it together. It'll work out, but you need to start planning now. No matter what the situation is, you need to start planning now. Okay. All right. What is this? Came. Work and money and shit. Focus on listening to ambient sounds for calm, relaxation, inspiration. Turn the noise off. Less TV, less music, less talking. Ambient sounds. When you're falling asleep, if you're having a hard time sleeping, insomnia is going around right now. I think that's just the general winter vibe. But if you are feeling like that, ambient sounds. Maybe like putting on the ocean as you're falling asleep, as long as you don't piss the bed or anything, but you need to relax. Okay, there's like this new Lloyd Cole album from the last couple of years. He made ambient music. It's kind of cool. Shit like that. Even throwing on that meditation music on YouTube, that'll be nice. But yeah, in your downtime, when you're creating, when you're trying to fall asleep and you're having trouble, go for the nice sounds and the sound healing. Okay, rather than the shit that you are currently using to fall asleep. Like loud music or television or movies and shit. Okay. It's a nice one. I love when Kame comes up. I forgot who he was, but yeah, that's good. So, messages. The Witch, the earthly Libra of the world. So the card that everybody keeps getting this week. Not everyone. That came up. This is probably the fourth or fifth time. earthly weaver of the world, so lots to do with this world, and honestly, like being grounded, right? So really playing on this Queen of Discs energy too, I think, where this needs to be translated into this. Like, you've got the physical world down and you're good, but you're not actually really connecting to spirit or the other world or just your own connections. I like that there. But seeing it, it's like you're going from here where you're like super stable and grounded to here where you're using that energy to ground yourself in electricity. Okay, I don't know how else to explain that. I'm not going into it. Buy a reading. Okay, so vampire, emotional intelligence. Beware of vampires. Beware of energy suckers. Beware of being an energy sucker. Okay. You have to be able to discern when someone is worth it and when they aren't, and when maybe you've taken and not replenished. Okay, so it's a balance. You got the witch, so you're more than likely not the vampire, right? I'm hearing kind of like in partnerships, so going with the business narrative over the relationship narrative, but you don't want to end up giving too much in an investment, right? If you're starting something with someone and you're kind of taking on more tasks because like maybe you're better at it, you're more skilled, you're more experienced, you said you would do it, but then you're tallying it all up and you're realizing, hold on, what are they doing? And they always seem busy. Okay, they always seem busy, they're always doing something, but what are they getting done? Totally different story. And you're like, what the fuck? I don't know. That's like, you feel me? What came out? You have to be aware of that. Even if it's not a personal business that you have invested in together, but even at work, where you're like taking on so much workload, you're working late hours, and you're like, what the fuck is everyone else doing? Just talking your ear off. Just making it sound like, oh, they have a bunch of questions. They already know. They're just stalling and wasting time. Okay, that's what I'm getting right now. That's the vibe. Beware. If that sounds more like you, though, you need to fix it at the same time. Okay, so we'll take these. Trick or treat, mischief and play. Okay, I think this goes nicely even with the ambient sounds where it's like you gotta stop taking shit too seriously, maybe. Have a little fun with it. Maybe recognize that you are a little devious and just sort of step into that power of October too, especially I think because September is kind of like summery and lights and fun, and once it hits October is when the dead rise again, right? So kind of stepping into that Halloween essence, even though Halloween is Scorpio season, it's Libra season is when spooky season starts, right? So kind of like just tap into that because it's in you. You probably aren't like, maybe, some of you probably are. Time stamp. Some of you are probably super about it and relish in the fact that you were born in the midst of spooky season, but some of you may not even recognize maybe your morbidity or your taste for that kind of thing. So I think that it's oddly specific, but that's what I'm getting from this. It's not always the message, but when it comes to Libra and this reading, yeah, relax, truly relaxing. Okay. Spider, community and web weaving. So working together. There's this whole bit about the spiders and John Lennon, and I don't really know, man, but sometimes I feel like he's my other mother, like Coraline. He's trying to sew buttons on my eyes with the webs, right? I'm kidding. I'm kind of into it. So could be some spiritual shit again with the weaving of the worlds and all that, and this powerful bond you have. But it's also just going to be about working together and finding your people and just like, yeah, getting it together. Really vibing, really working together. I feel like I just repeated myself at least twice I kind of got distracted and thought, I don't even know what I was thinking about now. It was very odd, but you might need to start repeating that to yourself when you're reminding yourself on the daily. They say like saying it 9 times makes it truth in your mind or something like that. If you just say things 9 times in a row, like I am grateful, I am grateful, I'm grateful, etc. It might be I am, my vibe attracts my tribe kind of thing. Getting into the scene, you know, becoming involved and connecting maybe with people outside of your current circle. Okay. Barmbrack. So shout out to the Irish Libras, but the Barmbrack sweetness and synergy. Yeah, sweetness and synergy. So coming together again. It's very similar with the spider because it's community and web weaving. This is when in the fall time, the Irish tradition was to take all the fall sort of harvest leftovers and throw them into a bread and bake it and sit down and eat it together as a blessing. It may have been done for a specific fall time holiday or something, but it was quite the ritual in Irish tradition. But yes, sweetness and synergy really coming together, really joining forces. So that goes really nicely with the spider card. I'm going to tap in and see if there's anything else before I wrap this up for Libra. I'm hearing a song. It's been mostly songs. And it's Fleetwood Mac. You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it thunder, a lonely day. Or whatever, I don't even know the words. The obvious thing about that is that it's going your own way. But we were kind of trying to decide if that was even the right move. So you might want to look into the lyrics better than I know them off the top of my head, whether or not they're saying it in a good way or a bad way, or it's just something you have to recognize is happening right now. Is you can go your own way, you could go your own way, but yeah, I would maybe listen to that song, think about the lyrics, read them if you have to. Yeah, so these fell out. Invisibility, authenticity. Who are you behind closed doors? Who are you without anyone else's opinion or influence? Who are you? And are you being your true self? Who are you when no one's looking? Joy. Rejoicing in the present. I don't think Libras have a tendency to live in the past by any means, but reconnecting with right now is going to be really helpful. Maybe updating, and that's like updating your vision to fit the 2021. Watching Evolution, Age of Aquarius, gotta kind of rethink the plan, rethink what you want a little bit. Stay present, rejoice in it. You might feel like, damn, I wish this was such and such time. Well, you know what, man, we are alive, so get with it, get with the times, all right? Rejoice in the present. Try not to get too caught up in the future or anything like that. It seems very grounded though overall. So 28, it's getting late. So I'm going to get to the Scorpio video. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully see you next time.